Hello YouTube. I am going to be helping y'all out a little bit and this is for my subscribers, friends, and other people who feel like watching. I'm going to be giving you some information about Halo 3 ODST. Now, some of y'all might know this, but it was initially supposed to be named Halo 3 Recon because it gave you recon armor and they thought it'd be appropriate, but instead they gave you ODST instead. Now, it is a standalone expansion for the first-person shooter game, also known as Halo 3, except you assume the roles of humans, UNSC soldiers known as the Orbital Shock Troopers, or, as the game states, ODST. Now, these events take place right before Halo 3, so you're not going to see Master Chief anywhere in the game. So, sad. Yes, I know. Now, since you're not playing as a Master Chief, that means you don't get his armor, his reaction skills, his jumping, any of that. Everything is basically limited since you are an ODST and you don't have the super soldier stuff. But you get other special stuff. Now, before I go into that, your character is a lone UNSC soldier known as the Rookie in the city of Mombasa, East Africa, formerly known as Kenya. Now, he does not possess Master Chief's advanced armor, reflexes, and strength. He is more vulnerable to gunfire, so you, the player, are forced to act more cautiously. Now, the HUD is different from the previous series. Now, with red outlines for the enemies, that means you can tell who's enemy and friend. So that's kind of a cool feature. But it's going to be called the Visor, Visual Intelligence System Reconnaissance. The Visor also gives you a compass and outlines of important items in yellow, but no radar. However, it still has the aiming reticle. So if you like to be able to shoot and know where you're shooting, you still get that. Now, the player is also in an open world, so you can explore more, unlike other Halo titles where you're pretty much limited to go straight forward. Okay, well, let's continue. Now, the campaign is set before Halo 3, as mentioned previously, and the main objective of an ODST is for the player, meaning you, to search through the ruins of New Mombasa and discover what happened to his missing teammates, or your missing teammates, however you want to see it. Now, I'll put a video of showing what basically happens through that, but I'm going to continue this. Now, the player drops in an ODST pod. Now, if you don't remember what those are, if you remember Halo 2, there's a level where you can see that happen. Now, the Prophet Regret, the little disabled dude who does nothing but float, ship is seen jumping into slip space. Now, the main game, in order to progress in any way, you have to find a piece of evidence that was left behind. Like, for example, a sniper rifle hanging on a lamppost. Then, after that, after you find this item, using your visor, which will show you in yellow outlines, it will trigger a flashback, and you assume the role of the missing ODST soldier. Now, I'm not sure about their names, but I might be able to figure that out in a second. I'll get this page loaded. Okay, now let's continue. Now the game is basically put on choices. Now that means you don't have to play through a certain line of stuff. No, you can choose where you want to go and how you want to start the game. Okay? Now most people are going to start the same way. Now, so the campaign length is similar to that of previous Halo games, so don't worry, you still get a pretty long thing. Now, multiplayer, that would be consistent of, it's going to be identical to Halo 3's, so that means if you loved Halo 3's combat, then you'll love this. Now, it's going to give you all 24 maps, meaning, Heroic, Legendary, the Cold Storage, and Mythic. It also gives you 3 maps as well. And these will come as Citadel, Heretic, and Longshore. and they're also counted as mythic maps. Now, it's going to be something called Firefight, which basically to compete with the Horde mode in Gears of War 2. The only thing is, there is no maximum number of skills or rounds, and skulls will be incorporated, so don't worry. Now, other than that, I cannot really tell you much more, except that Halo ODST will be shipped as a 2-disc set. So if you are hoping for multiple discs, there you go. The first disc containing campaign mode as well as Firefight, and the second disc will contain multiplayer mode with Halo 3's multiplayer. So if you lost your game, there you go. Now if you pre-order it, you'll get a token, and y'all see what that's for. And one last thing is that you get to play the Halo Reach multiplayer beta. And I can't wait to see what it's like. So talk to y'all later. Peace out.